Well, we reached our game of the week. Ty Hines joined us in studio with all the details on the Holy Bowl. Hey, Ty.
Guys, it was a great game. Let me tell you about it. It was the game of the week, Cathedral Catholic and St. Augustine. Two teams who have developed arguably one of the best rivalries in all of the county. For the two Catholic schools, it was not only a rivalry, but it was something that you wouldn't want to miss. Let's dive right into these highlights. As the Saints kicker and band get ready at the top of the screen there, the running backs and the fans were pumped up for this one. Here in the first quarter, freshman running back Elijah Preston, and yes, I said freshman, would elude 6 would-be tacklers in breaking off this 40-yard touchdown run. And just like that, the Saints are first to strike. Later in the first, St. Augustine's Kyle Daly would pick off Dons quarterback Garrett Bogart here and run the ball all the way back to the Dons 36. Later setting up Preston, the freshman, for this 14-yard gain in the red zone. One play later, he'd punch it into the end zone. Preston, the freshman, would rush for 159 yards, 2 TDs in the game. Then with 1 minute left before the half, the Saints threatened to push the score to 21-0, but Dons linebacker Kim Mahoney would come up big with this interception, carrying the ball past midfield. 2 plays later, Bogart would find receiver Dominic Morgan, who would then find the end zone. The Saints would go into the half leading 21-7. In the third, St. Augustine would threaten to score here in the red zone, but the ball is stripped away by Parker Price. So good, it even fooled our cameraman. Let's take another look at this play. There you can see Parker Price coming away with the ball like a thief in the night, taking it 95 yards all the way to the end zone, tie ball game. Then later in the third, Parker Price, there's that name again. Yes, he does play both ways. He would get the handoff to Bogart and throw a 44-yard pass to Xavier Williams. Just a few plays later, Bogart would connect with Chris Moliga for his first touchdown of the night. The Dons would score 3 consecutive unanswered touchdowns, and in the end, St. Augustine would lose. Cathedral wins 28-20. Hard loss for the St. Augustine, who outgained the Dons in total yards, limited them to only 6 first downs, dominated the time of possession, and controlled the trenches. Next week, the Dons are favored against Mira Mesa. The Saints will play Scripps Ranch. Back over to you guys at the desk.
Hey, Ty, freshman looked impressive. Tell me a little about him.
Yes, this freshman, Elijah Preston, like I said, he did rush for 159 yards in the game, 2 touchdowns. He's going to be a beast in this league as long as he can stay healthy.
You know, it was at a college stadium, not a high school field. Were the fans revved up? I mean, how was the crowd?
You know, it was a loud, crazy, packed stadium. You know, both teams being Catholic, it was definitely competitive, but very respectful. A game that you won't want to miss coming up in the future. That was the 50th. I know I'll be at the 51st. Back over to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Ty.
Thanks, Ty. You know, that game, that's why football is so fickle. You know, Saints controlled every aspect of that ball game, yet they came out on the short end of the stick.
I know. I mean, being in college, I haven't been to a football game yet, but just, hearing how revved up the fans were, and it was 2 Catholic colleges, I would love to, have been a cheerleader or someone there, to be on that field. It was amazing just to see all the fans. They were going crazy, and they were cheering on their teams. One had to win, one had to lose. I feel bad for the losers. Winners came out on top. Great game.
Now, let me tell you this. Both of these teams are going to be a force to reckon with come playoff time. There's no doubt about it. I mean,
yeah. After that loss, I know that the teams are going to both come back hard and strong and, going to want to win.